This podcast is brought to you by Podcast Nation.
Welcome to Nirvana Sisters Podcast, where we take the intimidation out of well-being and beauty to help you achieve your highest state, your nirvana. We are sisters-in-law and your hosts. I'm Amy Sherman.
And I'm Katie Chandler. So let's get into some real conversation.
Welcome back to the show, Nirvana Sisters family. It's Amy and Katie, and we are joined by Christina Flach, celebrity makeup artist. We're so excited that she is here. Let me tell you a little bit about her before we get started, because this is pretty incredible. Christina Flach is a makeup artist and the CEO and founder of Pretty Girl Makeup. Her celebrity clientele includes Condoleezza Rice, Hilary Swank, Isaiah Washington, Melissa McCartney, Rita Moreno, Renee Zellweger, Tyler Florence, and more. She has worked with high-end brands such as Gucci and Louis Vuitton, has been featured in campaigns for Macy's, Neiman Marcus, Saks Fifth Avenue, and Bloomingdale's, and has been featured in magazines including Vogue, Time, People, and Elle. In addition, Christina also writes articles about the best tips, tricks, and hacks in makeup, which we're so excited to hear about, and is featured as a beauty expert on California Live on NBC, amongst a lot of philanthropy and a lot of other things. So welcome to the show, Christina. We're so happy to have you here.
Well, thank you for having me today. I'm really excited to chat with you.
Yes. So we always start out the show with our Nirvana of the week, which is like, take a step back, take a breath, think about something that brought us joy this week. And I'm going to hand it over to Katie as I think about mine, because it's been quite the week.
A minute to think about something, right?
I know, right? Sometimes it comes easily, and sometimes I'm like, wait, I really gotta think through my week.
Yeah, I think we're all in that boat this week. The first half of my week was kind of nuts. And then yesterday I tried to wake up and reset the day, and I did a little morning manifestation while I was having my coffee. I just thought, all right, this is the way I want the rest of the month to go. The first day of the month did not start out the way I wanted. So let's try a little reset. And I manifested some things with my work. And I have to tell you, it's really insane. All of a sudden yesterday, I was hit with like a lot of work things that I wanted coming at me, some great opportunities. It was kind of wild. So I think that was my Nirvana. I had just like a flux of opportunity yesterday. So
oh my gosh, that's awesome. Congrats.
Yeah. Thanks.
Everyone should have that.
Right? Yeah. What about you, Amy?
You're going to laugh. So this is good and bad. So my husband came down with like the virus that's going around this week, and he's totally fine. It was like one of those one-day viruses. Anyway, he slept in the other room one of the nights. So that night, my two dogs slept with me. They normally don't sleep in our bed. So it was my Nirvana, because it was just so sweet, because they were cuddling with me all night. And it's like the best feeling, having their like coziness just like against you and like that heavy feeling. So anyway, that was like super sweet. So I would say that was my Nirvana this week. What about you, Christina?
My Nirvana this week was I was down in La Quinta watching my son Nikolai play in a golf tournament.
Ooh.
And just having that time with him, watching him do what he does, and going out to dinner with he and his teammates. And it was the first 2 days were nice, warm and sunny. And I'm walking this golf course, and I just thought, wow, I am so blessed that I get to be down here watching my big love son, play golf.
Oh my gosh. How old is your son?
That one is 22.
Wow. Does he play in like with a group, or like what kind of tournament?
College team.
So cool.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds like
it must be really good.
Yeah.
Jealous.
Beautiful day too, I'm sure.
Yes. And then the last day, which wasn't so Nirvana-ish, was walking the golf course in the pouring rain with an umbrella. So that
no.
It was still fun, but it was just a little cold.
So let's get started. First of all, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and we want to hear about your makeup line, Pretty Girl Makeup.
Well, I am a celebrity makeup artist, and I am the creator and founder and CEO of Pretty Girl Makeup. I'm actually creating a new line with my partner, Jordan. We are creating a new line called I'm Too Busy, which I am. I am also a sepsis awareness advocate. I am a philanthropist. I have started 2 educational funds at the Northern Lights School in Oakland, California for underprivileged children. And I also helped start the Bo Friedman Outdoor Classroom at the Ed McGuire School in Mill Valley, California.
Wow.
That's amazing. Yeah, you do sound like you're too busy.
I'm a mother of 5 and
wow.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty Girl Makeup. Is it a lip line? Pretty Girl Makeup?
Right now it is. I've had it for over 15 years. I've had shadows, liners, mascaras, but I've shrunk it down right now to a lip line. And we are going to be expanding, I'm too busy, into a full line of skincare and makeup products, but just the products that one needs. I can't tell you how many times women tell me, oh, I went to the department store and I went and they sold me all this stuff and it seemed good at the time, but I don't use any of it and I don't know how to use any of it and I don't need it. So I really want it to be what you need: mascara, eyeliner, shadow, concealer, blush, bronzer, some lip products. The end, that's it. I know, the problem is that when people go to department store, they think they're dealing with just a makeup artist. And you have to keep in mind, they are salespeople and what they're trying to do is sell, and they do.
Yeah, that's so smart.
Client. And then I think that people start resenting companies because they're buying products that they don't need and don't use. And then they don't trust you because they're buying things that are not using. So the next time they go, they're not really going to be quite, I don't think, as inclined to buy something if they didn't use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's completely good to know as a celebrity makeup artist that you have these holy grail items that you feel confidently this is all one really needs. You just said, let's list those again. You said mascara,
eyeshadows, eyeliner, lip liner, blush, some foundation, concealer, sunscreen. Mascara needs to be swapped out, I would say, every 2 to 3 months. Kind of starts drying out. And foundation. I cannot tell you the funny stories people tell me about how they match their foundation to their skin. I have heard the inside of their arm. I've heard their face. I have their hand to their face. I have heard their thigh. I have heard everything. And if you think about it, look at the difference of color of my face and my.
Yeah. So how do you do it? Because I actually never know.
Okay. So here's the deal. You go in there and the best thing would be to have natural lighting,
right?
But you want the foundation to disappear. It doesn't need to be too light. It doesn't need to be dark. It needs to literally disappear. And that's the right color.
Mm. Okay. And that's a lot. And so many people buy online now, obviously. And so it's impossible. Well, yeah.
I think you can reorder, but I think it's really hard to tell the true shade of the foundation. I know they have all these different apps and ways to help, but I think personally, I need to see it and see what it does to my skin in my light. It's too complicated to do online, I think.
Yeah, no, it is really hard.
And foundation.
Yeah, because think about it. How much wasted product, if it's not the right color, are you going to ship it back? Are you going to I don't know. I just think it's better to try some of these things in person.
Yeah, I agree. And I have ordered makeup online and it was kind of a fail. So if if foundation needs to disappear, how do you pick your concealer color? Is it meant to be a little bit brighter?
Okay, so I would put down eye cream first. Super important to keep that area hydrated and not dry. I don't use powder under the eyes. It shows fine lines and wrinkles. So with concealer, I just genetically have dark circles under my eyes and my eyes are discolored. My lids are discolored. Everyone. So I do one lighter, probably 2 or 3 shades lighter. I have one that's pretty much matches the foundation. So I'll do the light one under on the whole lid and kind of blend it in. Then I'll put on the foundation, super light, and then I'll do another round of concealer on top of that. So I have probably 2 or 3 layers of concealer, but it's super light and blended in. You don't want to put a big glob of it because it doesn't look well. So it's important to, use your makeup brushes or your hand and kind of pat it in and keep that area light.
And what's the best way to keep concealer from creasing?
Having the eye cream underneath and not putting powder on top.
Yeah.
You want to keep that area moist, and using a concealer that, has good, a little bit of cream. You want it a little bit, not oily, but you do want it to have some moisture, and it won't show as many lines.
Speaking of concealer and eye cream, we would love to know, what is your favorite concealer and what is your favorite eye cream? Or a few of your favorites.
Okay, so I am quite fond right now of the Bobbi Brown. I like Mars. I like Pixie. Neil Laston has a really great eye cream. I also keep one of those roller things, those like rose quartz.
Oh, yeah.
I keep that in my freezer. And first thing in the morning, this is my whole routine. It's so cuckoo. I wake up, I put a tablespoon of coconut oil in my mouth. I do that pulling thing. And then I get roller and I just take away any swelling and inflammation under my eyes and my lids. And then I, go from there. Water, lemon, and vitamins and tea.
Nice. That sounds like a good morning.
It's a lot. It's a lot to be me, I gotta tell you.
That's not too bad, actually.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes we hear morning routines that are like super, super long. So I don't think that sounds bad at all.
Yeah. This oil pulling thing too, I need to get into.
I know. I read about that. What is that supposed to do?
It takes away toxins out of your mouth. It's supposed to keep your teeth white. But it just takes out any bad stuff, any bacteria in your mouth. But so after you do it, they say to do it like 10 to 20 minutes, spit it out and brush your teeth. You've got to brush out all the yuck that it pulled out. So
gargle it for 10 to 20 minutes?
You just keep it in your mouth for like 10 to 20 minutes.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. And then you spit it out and go brush your teeth and then continue on.
Okay.
With your morning routine. Yes.
Amy, could you do that? I'm looking at your face. I'm thinking you're like,
I don't know if I could do that for 20 minutes. I feel like I would get grossed out.
It takes practice. Some days I'll do it for, 1 or 2 minutes. Sometimes I do it just depends. I don't judge myself. Some days it's longer. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not.
Have you noticed a difference? Your teeth are white.
Well, I hope. I try, but I think it's everything. You got to just keep doing everything. See what works.
So true.
Nice.
All right. So what are some of your some other products? Let's get into different categories here, like favorite brands of bronzers and blushes. And then I would also love to hear your tips and tricks for choosing the right colors and, applying bronzer the right way, et cetera.
So I'm my friend, Nanny Page, or our friend who's our nanny. She did a great trick called the strap, and she uses bronzer right down under here. If you have any loose skin, keep that a little bit dark. I put a little bit of bronzer underneath the brow bone, underneath the cheekbone, and just give yourself a little bit of like Cabo color, like you've been in Cabo for a few days without having that. And I try to keep if you look at my portfolio on ChristinaFlach.com, all the faces you'll see, you don't really, unless it's a crazy fashion shoot, but I like people to look like they have fresh, dewy skin and pretty eyes and just really clean and fresh. And so I like to keep the eye colors just kind of in the palette of your hair, your skin and your hair and your eyes. So it's typically like an eggnoggy color on the whole lid. I fill in brows, whether it be with a shadow or a pencil. Brows being filled in is a monster thing to me. Like everyone needs their brows filled in. It makes such a difference. It frames the face. It just looks polished. I love that look. With the liner, I like to make a thin line on the top and the bottom. So I will pull up the brow and put the liner as close into the lash line as possible. And I keep it thin. If it's thick, it's going to make the eyes look smaller. And our goal always is to make our eyes look larger. And with liquid liner, that to me is a nighttime thing. I do not like seeing it in the day, especially with people that have fair skin and blonde hair and black liquid liner. I think it looks atrocious. You do like with a eyeliner, I will put a shadow on top. And so it'll soften the look, but it will, take away any mistakes that we make. And we all make them. I make them, but it's a good way. Even with a liquid liner, But, you put it on, you make a little mistake. If you put a line of shadow on top, it will soften the look and,
Oh, that's a good idea. I never thought to do that. You're right. Because when you do the liquid liner, if you don't have it perfect, you can tell.
Commitment. You've made a commitment to that.
Right.
Liner.
As you just put some shadow on top. I like that. So here's my question, because I always struggle with this for eyeshadow.
Mm-hmm.
How do you find the right colors and what's your, I don't know, template for an easy application of it? Because I just feel like, again, that's a commitment. And what if you put on the wrong color and it's a whole thing? And I never know the right colors.
Okay. So I would with you, I would probably use an eggnoggy color on the whole lid, fill in your brows. And then what color are your eyes?
Green.
Green. Okay. So are mine. So plum looks beautiful with green eyes.
Mm.
So sometimes I will do a thin brown liner and then put a plum shadow on top. That makes them stick out a little more. And then I will add the mascara. You want the mascara to go, extend it out at the corners. And then also I would probably do another thin line of black liner, not liquid, but just a black liner on top. So you don't really see it. It's kind of almost in the lashes, but it makes them pop and they stick out a little bit more.
Yeah.
But you are seeing the plum.
And when you say plum, would you put plum all over? Do you put it just on the lid? Do you put it on the crease?
Okay. So the whole lid is like an eggnoggy color or maybe a sheer, just something neutral. And then I'll put the liner and the shadow on the bottom and the top lids thin.
Mm-hmm.
And if I want to add a little bit more drama to the corners, I will add a soft brown or the plum, but just in the crease a little bit and blend.
Yeah.
There's no mistakes. Just remember, this is a one-time deal. You put on this shadow. And if you make a mistake, you use your finger or get a Q-tip and blend it out or your makeup brush.
Yeah.
There's I don't like people there's no mistakes. It's just, you have to try things sometimes. And it's always better to do it in stages and do it a little less.
Right.
Than a big, a huge amount on your brush and then blend it in. You can control things a little bit better if you do it in
right. A little bit at a time. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Well, that's helpful because that's the one thing I always struggle with. It's and it is true. You really do have to experiment because I think I end up just going back to what I always do just because I'm I don't want to experiment, but no, it is a good thing to experiment with. And what about blush and bronzer? How do you find the right color? Is it trial and error? Is there a certain rule? Because I always get confused when I'm looking at a bronzer that it says warm or cool or I don't know what any of these things mean. So I'm just how do you find the right bronzer for you?
Okay. I would get something that's not too dark. You just want it to be give yourself a little bit of color. So something not too strong. Mm-hmm. So a little bit darker than what you have. You just want it to be a little bit of, you don't want it to be so dark that your face looks dirty.
Right. You just want, like you said before, I'd like to be Cabo something.
Cabo color.
Cabo color. That's what we all strive for.
I want a little Cabo color.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. So what about blush? What's the rule there?
Okay. There's no rules. I just think with makeup, it's what's pleasing to your eye. But I think what blush looks great on everybody? Orgasm by NARS. That one is kind of pretty much looks good on every skin tone. But when you go, you can, I don't know, my eyes train differently than most people, so it's kind of unfair to say, but I think you can put different blushes next to your skin and some will just kind of flow with what your color is. And others you'll go, okay, that's a total no. So find one that's a no and then go from there and look for the opposite. Do you see what I'm saying? You just kind of have to try it and see. And just keeping things kind of neutral and not going too extreme. You don't want purple. Okay. You just want to give you a little bit of a hue, a little bit of color.
Yeah. And where's the best place to put blush? Do you put it kind of higher up? Do you put it in the apples?
So I typically will put a little bit of bronzer, right here to contour. I don't like this crazy contouring that's so excessive. It's just a little bit under here, a little under the strap. And then I will get, some blush and just put it kind of right in here, up a tiny bit. And I also like to put a little bit of highlighter like right above here. I think it just nice and it just gives a pretty look. And then I can put some, contouring on each side of the nose and a little bit of highlighter straight down. But I just try to keep it simple. Like this morning I was up at, 3:30. I had a photo shoot for Bloomberg, and I am, I can't see, this is the thing about my job. I can't go to work looking too terrible. I have to look relatively presentable. Okay.
Right. You have to be done up.
Yeah. Because if I can't keep myself together, how's anyone going to trust me? So my sister was here this morning and she's like, it's 3:30. What are you putting makeup on? I'm like, because do you think anyone is going to want to like deal with me when I can't deal with myself? So I have just a little bit of, the concealer, the eyeshadow, and some mascara, and just a little bit of cheek and lip, and that's it. It's just simple, so I don't frighten people.
I doubt that.
What was Amy, the other day we were talking about highlighters, and Amy was the first person that introduced me to highlighters years ago, and she had this like pearly white highlighter, and then I have some that have more of a gold undertone, and we were saying how we know which color highlighter we should be using for our skin tones, because we have very different skin tones. I'm more of like an olive and she's more fair.
Mm-hmm. And there's so many highlighters now and so many different colors.
There's like so many, but I think you just kind of have to pick the one that feels good and looks good to you, because that is a big thing. I speak about beauty from the inside out. When someone feels good on the, you feel good about yourself, you're going to be happy. You're going to have just a much more pleasant demeanor. And so, keeping things kind of neutral, you just don't want anything too extreme, even with the highlighters. Like, I think a little bit of a gold hue would look, obviously it's probably better on an olive skin, but both of them would work.
Okay. All right.
Because you just want them there. You want it to be a hint of it. It's not going to be a big,
right. It's just like natural.
Here's the thing. I don't ever want to look at a face and go, oh, highlighter, blush, you got, like, I don't really want to know like, oh, okay, there's like 17 products going on right there. I just want to go, oh, she looks fresh and dewy and pretty. And that's that. I don't want anything to stick out too much. And I think
that's so true.
Keep that in mind, to just keep things kind of just natural and pretty and fresh, you'll look fantastic.
Back to, I just had a question about the bronzers and the blushes. What do you prefer, cream or powder? What are your thoughts there?
Either are good. I think if you, the cream one, sometimes if you feel like your skin is dry, then that's kind of nice. It gives a nice little moisture there. But they're both good. There's not one that's better than the other.
I've been really into creams lately, probably because I have dry skin. So you're right. It like feels good. And I just feel like it looks better sometimes. The powder, I feel like sometimes sits, but it's because I'm dry. So that makes sense.
Okay. So then the glowy, dewy look we all love. It's kind of helps you with the no makeup look as well. So you obviously drinking and staying hydrated. Do you have some products that you love to start the base of the face with to achieve that?
Well, vitamin C serum is really good. I love Tatcha. I like Neolastin. I love these products. They're really good. There's so many great products out there. Sunscreen is huge. And you need to put it on your hands. It's so funny. I was in the desert and I was speaking to someone, I think it was my son's golf coach. And he said, yeah, women can hide their age in their face, but it was with my agent. My agent lives in the desert. We were having coffee. And he said, you can really tell someone's age by their hand, because people don't typically put sunscreen on their hands. So their hands really show their age. So it is really important to put sunscreen on your hands as well as your face, your neck, and your chest.
Yeah, that's a good tip to remember to put it on the hands. I definitely sometimes forget that. Super important, especially when you're driving, right? Because the sun's like right on your hands.
How much time our hands are being exposed to the heat. I would get a stick one, so it's not, for the car. Just remember to put that in. But investing in a good sunscreen is really important. Winter as well. I say to my clients, sunscreen is 365 days of the year. I don't care if it's snowing, raining, sunny.
Totally agree. Yeah.
You really need to protect. You can't protect your skin enough.
What's your favorite sunscreen?
SkinCeuticals, I think, is the one I like.
Yeah. A lot of people say that. A lot of people say Elsa MD. We've gotten that a lot.
I love that one too. That's a good one. And it's like a little bit tinted. And that's what's nice about a tinted moisturizer. Kind of gives you a little bit of sunscreen. But, like the foundations like Bobbi Brown and NARS, they all have a little bit of sunscreen. So, having that sunscreen and then putting on the foundation that has sunscreen, you're getting protected. But you do need to reapply. We forget. We think, I put it on in the morning. Well, you're going to need to put it on. And especially I was walking on this golf course and I didn't have any with me. I broke my own rule. My son said, "Oh, Mom, you broke your own law." I did break my own law. I didn't have my screen to reapply. And I could tell my skin got a little bit color, which I do not want it to have. I want to control the color on my face. I don't want the sun. It ages you. And
it's funny. Katie and I both love this product. We reviewed it on one of our shows, the Sunbum. It's like a sunscreen spray, like a spritz. Oh. And it's great because ever since I got that product, I bring it with me because it's so much better to refresh your face with it. Cause it's I don't know, it's cooling and moisturizing and it feels good, but then you don't feel like you're rubbing stuff on your face after you have makeup on. So it's good to just spray. So
that's great.
Forgot about that product, but it's a good one.
There's so many great products out there, and what's really cool about going somewhere like Sephora, they have all those little sample areas or small travel size.
Yeah.
That's a great way to try a new product to see if you like it. That way you're not investing a ton of money.
Yes, I'm big into the trial sizes. It's funny because a lot of the trial sizes, I end up buying the big size. It's so smart that Sephora also, they're all starting to do that because then you're not wasting products and you end up, really getting what you want.
Yeah, it's really great. And even though I have my own company and I'm really blessed, it's kind of funny. I'm kind of like two things. I'm a makeup artist and then I own a company. So brands still send me products, which I love. It's like Christmas. I love trying new, and I love going into Sephora and looking at all the new products. It inspires me. It helps me create new products and think of things that I like, that I want to try for my own brand.
Okay, let's talk about lipstick and gloss. Katie was saying to me the other day, she can never find a flattering red. I don't wear red that much. I guess I would if I found one that I liked, but it just seems so dramatic to me because it's so bright. But what's again, I know you said there's no rules, but what tends to look good on certain skin types in terms of lipstick and gloss? I always love a neutral vibe, but sometimes I put on color and I like it too, but I just never know what looks right.
Well, I think, again, it's Sephora has little tester lip pencils. So I'd start with that. Matte lipstick typically makes your, it's drying and makes your lips look smaller. If you want your lips to appear fuller, liner, lipstick, gloss. Gloss help make your lips appear fuller. As for a red, reds are interesting. They either look great or horrible. There's no middle, right? Yeah. So I think a nice blue red looks good. You have to just kind of mix with the colors, just mix with different colors and just try it and see what feels good to you, what feels comfortable. It's one of those things where it may feel really good to you, like a deep burgundy red looks so great on some people. And then some people orangey red. I don't really love an orangey red, but some people it looks nice. Sometimes a sheer will look better, so it's not such a commitment, Because sometimes just a big red lip, that's great.
I never work. I never feel good when I put it on. So that should just be enough to say that
I know, but that look is so pretty. When I see people do that, I just feel like I can never pull it off. You could pull it off, Katie, because you have big lips.
I agree. I think it's lovely. But here's another thing that I'll do. Sometimes I will put the liner on, the lipstick, and then I will get a Q-tip and wipe it all off. And it's just stained enough. And then I'll put a lip gloss on top. And that's the perfect little amount of red. It's not cool. Too much. Your lip's a bit stained and the gloss is giving the illusion of your lips appearing fuller, but not too bold. And because it's, when you put in the red, if you're outside, if you make a mistake, again, the Q-tip's good. You can get your foundation and kind of clean it up with a brush, but it's kind of a thing. It's a commitment.
Right. Yeah. All right.
And sometimes it doesn't work. And that's when you just get some, makeup oil or wipe and just wipe it off and start over.
Yeah.
There's no reason to feel comfortable with how you're looking, right? I don't think you have to, you want to love how you look. And then, I don't know, sometimes it's just, and some days it looks better than other days. It's just, depends on your mood and what you're wearing. And
I know sometimes I have this one, it's like I've had it forever because I never wear it. I have this one hot pink lipstick. And the only time I wear it is if I'm like getting dressed to like go out at night to like an event and I'm wearing like all black. Cause for some reason I just feel like it looks better. And I just look so different when I wear it. It's funny, but like occasionally I'll throw it out. But yeah, I never feel comfortable. I just feel like it's so bold. Okay. So we've been talking about all this makeup and putting on makeup.
Think about that though. Like I know what you were just saying about that lipstick, but think about if you just put it on your lip and then wiped it off with the Q-tip, you still have like a hint of it.
Yeah.
So it's a version of it.
I'm going to try that. I love that idea. Good hack. Okay. So we've been talking about putting on makeup and what types of makeup and colors and all that. How about taking it off? What's the best way to take it off? What kind of products do you like to clean your skin?
Okay. So I don't care what you use to take your makeup off with. I love almond oil. Bobbi Brown told me that once. Like she has this jar like this. She gets it on Amazon. It's like $10, $8 or $10 almond oil. So I just have that on my counter. I will put like a quarter size on my face. I wipe it all over my face and then I get a makeup wipe, remove everything. I can't stress enough how important it is to get the mascara, eyeshadow, everything off your face at the end of the day. I cannot tell you how many people come up to me and brag. I am the last person that you should tell this to. Brag that you don't take your mascara off.
Katie.
I'm like, oh,
Why is it so bad?
Well, first of all, your lashes need to breathe. If they've got like a chemical on them, they're going to fall out. It's just not good for your lashes or your skin. And you can't get like the mascara on the next day when it's already like thick and goopy. It's really just a really bad habit for your eyelashes.
Do you have a favorite eye makeup remover then? Because Amy was saying she always has a problem with the oiliness that gets in the eye when you're with some of those removers. Do you have one that's not so oily?
I like oil. So, I'm hardcore. Like I put olive oil, coconut oil I love. I put apricot oil and then I get makeup wipe. I will do the makeup wipe or toilet paper to just get off the major part of it. But I get these black washcloths at Target, like stacks of them. And I get it wet with warm water or cold. And then I wash my face with that every night.
Yeah, I use like a cleansing oil to wash my face, but the mascara like never comes off, even with oil, and then it gets my eyes and whatever. But I was saying to Katie, I've been like on the last year on and off trying fake eyelashes or DIY eyelashes because then I don't have to wear mascara. And I hate wearing mascara because I hate taking it off because I'm rubbing my eyes and I feel like it's like putting wrinkles on my eyes because I'm constantly like rubbing it to get it all off. So I've been experimenting, but I don't have them on.
I wish I love how fake eyelashes look. And I had
Me too, I'm obsessed.
But I like my oil on my face and that you can't have both. One or the other.
Right. So with the lashes, that's what I find is like to clean, like if I'm wearing eyeshadow, I have to like really be careful around that area. It's annoying, but it really makes a huge difference. Yeah, Katie knows I've been practicing. We're going to do like a whole eyes episode because I have like all these new eye products, but I've been trying the ones that are not strips, but you put them underneath your eye, which you have to practice, but they look really good. Okay, so we're going to get into our wrap session. Thank you for all these awesome hacks and tips and tricks. I love it. Let's get into our quick wrap session. So what is your favorite wellness or beauty hack?
Green juice.
Good one. Okay. It's funny because we were kind of talking about this earlier on and you were saying with your Pretty Girl makeup line, this is kind of what it's intended to do, but we call this our 5-minute flow. So you just got out of the shower and dried off. Uber just alerted you they're 5 minutes away. Like what's your quick beauty routine to get dressed, get your clothes on, put your makeup on and get out the door? Like what are those holy grails to get you out on time?
Vitamin C serum, eye cream, sunscreen, concealer. I can do my face really pretty fast. I could probably do the whole thing in 5 minutes. So fill in the brows, some liner, shadow, mascara. I'm out of there.
And how do you maintain your daily Nirvana?
Well, I just make sure that I love my life. Okay. Let's just start with that. So I live in Nirvana pretty much most of the day.
Amazing.
But I try to do things like I love to work out. I love to see my family. I like everything. I'm Disneyland. I like everything.
We need to take some of that. I love that.
I try to have fun with everything I'm doing, and stuff that I'm not too thrilled about, I'll just pretend I do until it's done.
Yeah. That's great. I love that. And where can our listeners find you? Give us all your details.
Okay, so you can go to ChristinaFlach.com to see what I'm doing on NBC, on California Live, or different photo shoots, and PrettyGirlMakeup.com. And then pretty soon you will see I'mTooBusy.com. And on Instagram, Christina Flach Makeup, and PrettyGirlMkup, Pretty Girl Makeup. And I'm Too Busy. We're not up there yet, but I know my assistant reserved it.
Nice.
Yes. So, and we're on Facebook and Twitter and
the things. Love it.
YouTube. Yeah. And TikTok.
Thank you. And TikTok. I have to check out your TikTok page. Well, thank you so much, Christina. This was very enlightening, and I'm going to go mess around with all my makeup this weekend and experiment and not be scared to do it. So, before we close, Katie has a mantra or quote that she is going to close this out with.
Yes, I do. So speaking of beauty and feeling good, this is just a little something. Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself.
I love that quote. I think that's great.
All right. Well, Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you again.
It's so much fun.
Thanks for listening to Nirvana Sisters. For more information on this episode, check out the show notes, please subscribe, and leave us a review. Also, find us on Instagram at Nirvana Sisters. If you loved what you just listened to or know someone that would, please share it and tag us. Tune in next week for a fresh new episode of Nirvana Sisters. We'll continue to watch out for all things wellness so you don't have to. Bye.